Did you just call me weak for saying that the Holocaust shouldn't have happened? What the is this? You're Nazi. You're Nazi. You're actually, unironically, a Nazi. Go ahead and tell us why you voted for Trump.
Well, the main reason is I believe this country is a business, and as far as business-wise, international business, just all phases of business in general, out of the options that were available, I feel like he was the best candidate to go ahead and put this country in a better position, financial-wise, business-wise, for the American people.
No, not for the American people. Kamala Harris's tax cuts were designed for the average American. 80% of the cuts in his very expensive bill go to top 0.01% earners. They're designed for the average million and billionaire.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I mean, he either wants to implement this incredibly expensive tax policy that I just mentioned, or he's also tossed
Are
around,
these all
actually called on
hypotheticals?
Congress. No, it's his announced plan and policy. I mean, what I was about to
Yeah, I
get to,
mean,
you could
okay.
watch a video of Donald Trump calling on Congress to replace the IRS with the ERS, which is the internal revenue service with the external revenue service, which is replacing the progressive income tax with like just the imposition of tariffs, which regressively harm you the less money you make. So, do you really think going from charging rich people more in taxes to charging poor people?
Is tariffs
Do you mind if
a
you allow me to finish?
yes, sir.
Do you think going from like proportionally charging rich people more in taxes to proportionally charging poor people more in taxes is good for the economy of America?
I don't know where that goes with tariffs that you
Because he
just
wants to
mentioned.
replace the IRS with the ERS. I just explained it. I could explain it again.
Do you
Abolish
know how
income
tariffs
tax and
work
replace
though?
it with tariffs.
Yeah, do you know how tariffs work?
I sure do know how like taxes on imports work. Would you respond to my question?
I just don't think you understand exactly what it's going to do and the impact. I don't think your statement's correct. That's all.
Okay, so I want you to quote what I said specifically that was wrong.
You're basically trying to say that his tariff policy is going to basically tax the lower income person more versus the current policy that's going on right now.
Ah,
And I
so
just
true, so true, so true. So yeah, tariffs they cause inflation, and low-income Americans spend a greater proportion of their income on the bare necessities to live, compared to high-income earners. Not to diminish because of the law of diminishing returns. The less amount of dollars that you have, the more valuable each dollar is to you. Meaning that proportionally speaking, the less money you make, the more
do you know
impacted in a negative fashion you are by tariffs, which is
do
a
you know do
regressive
you
taxation system.
do you know the business relationship between the countries we are tariffing? Do you understand that as well?
I don't understand the words that just came out of your mouth or how they correlate to
The
my argument.
business relation, meaning like, so we're tariffing products, meaning like imported products. But do you know like if we import more products to these countries versus they import to us, do you know all that information?
Are you talking about like a trade deficit?
I'm talking about the actual scenario you're talking about. Tariffs. Just tariffs in general and how you think that causes inflation. But situations are situational. So yes, it
So
can cause inflation.
I'm gonna repeat my claim in like two sentences. Refute
Okay.
what I said. Donald Trump is bad for the American economy because he wants to restructure our taxation system in such a manner which will regressively impact you negatively the less money you make. The reason I say this is he called on Congress to repeal and replace the IRS with the ERS, which
Hmm.
replaces the progressive income tax with regressive tariffs. My argument that tariffs regressively impact you the less money you make more is because low income Americans spend a greater proportion of their income on bare necessities to live. And then, of course, tariffs only impact spend income.
So what if the tariffs, instead of doing what you said, it incentivizes the people to do more business inside of America? What, because the main objective of these tariffs. These tariffs are used for negotiation tactics. If you know anything about Trump and if you know anything about business, Dean, do you own a business? Let me just ask you.
Yeah, you're looking at it.
So just TikTok.
Yeah, I own a business.
Okay. Have you ever had to like do like live negotiations
Of course.
with?
Why would I tell you?
It's not, I mean, I'll tell you who I do negotiations with. It's not a big deal.
Okay, well, I'm a public figure and you're not.
That's irrelevant. I'm just asking. I'm being because if you want to know the truth, negotiation is not a common practice here in America, but it is a common practice in every other country. Almost every other country negotiates. So a lot of these things that Trump says, and he's saying that he's going to happen, and these tariffs, they're actually used for business negotiations. So until something actually is acted on as far as what Trump has said, I have a problem talking about it because I know there's a bigger picture to what he's doing versus just the plain words that come out of his mouth.
What did he negotiate from Canada?
Um, you talking about him only being in here for 2 months and him saying he wants to possibly use force?
No, 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 no. I'm talking about how he imposed tariffs on Canada. He signed a an executive order into law
Hmm.
that would have set the imposition of 25% tariffs onto Canada in 48 hours from the original signing of the EO, and then less than 24 hours later, he backed down. Does that mean that he negotiated something from Canada, or does that mean that he realized that the American people would have a backlash to his tariffs because they only served to hurt them?
Did he back down or did Canada? There was negotiations going on, and I believe Canada is the one that gave in as far as the negotiations went.
Okay, if Canada gave in, that means they literally gave something to Trump for him to repeal his tariff. So what did they give to him?
I haven't looked that far into it.
So then how do you know they
I've
gave in?
just headlines.
Headlines, precisely my point.
Headlines.
Um, yeah,
I'm
I've,
gonna
I've
be
really,
honest with you. I
really
mean,
yet to
I'm too
hear an
busy.
argument.
I'm too busy to deal with half of this stuff, but I
So,
love
so
I love
once
just
it,
discussing with young kids my age.
okay, so I guess we'll just go back to your original claim that you think you'll be good for the economy. Name one good Trump economic policy.
I
Okay, go for
sorry.
it. No, go
No,
for
I
it.
just I just more or less want to bring light to how people like you on here are more qualified business wise to know these things versus someone like Donald Trump. Like how should we know that you just because you're a public figure, I mean I can tell you so many people who've grown accounts. How do we know you are someone that economically, business wise, money wise is worth following? Like you come up with all these things, you say all these people say things, but none of you guys are more successful than Donald Trump. Are you?
I actually, yeah, I think I have a better understanding of economics than him.
At the age of 20, you really do.
Yeah, of course. I
You
mean,
don't think that's an egotistic statement? You don't think and you're a little
no,
young? You don't
no,
think you haven't been through as much business as Donald Trump has been through?
no. I mean,
Especially
I
international
can explain to you
business?
why. The reason I feel so like comfortable and confident saying that is because of Donald Trump's policy. I mean, just like straight up, we like right now, for instance, we have like pre-French Revolution levels of income
I'm
inequity.
talking to you as a kid
Okay,
around your age,
man,
bro.
could I finish speaking?
Yeah, of course. I
We have
mean,
like
this is a
pre
conversation.
we have like pre-French Revolution levels of income inequity in America. Okay, right now, that's crazy,
I
right?
understand.
And Donald Trump's proposed economic policy is estimated to cost, at average, around $8.5 trillion by the CBO, and
Hmm.
80% of the cuts in the bill go to top 1% of earners. Okay? He walked back on all of the big tax cuts for the middle class. We mean no tax on tips. He walked back on that. He walked back on no tax on overtime and no tax on Social Security. They're gone. Okay? And
Can we
the
say it
reason
hasn't been
why I
enough time
say
for all this
I
stuff to play
have
out?
no, it already played out. They proposed the House Republicans bill to Congress for tax cuts, and they don't include those things. And the reason
Okay,
that I
it's
say I have a better
1 month in.
understanding of economics compared to Donald Trump is because a rock has better understanding of economics compared to Donald Trump.
I don't think you're going to be president one day, so I disagree.
Okay, so then give me an argument. How about that,
Why are
loser?
you getting
Instead of
mad?
because you're not
Don't
giving
get
me an
mad.
argument. No, no, I
Don't
am
get
getting.
mad.
Shut up. I am gonna get mad. The reason I'm gonna
Don't
get
get
mad.
mad. Don't crash out.
No, I'm gonna crash out. Just let me crash out for a second. Calm down. Okay?
I'm chill, bro.
Just let me crash out. Listen. my
There's no
point
need
is,
to crash out.
I'm gonna crash out.
Come
My
on.
my point is,
Bust in your balls.
my point is that Donald Trump's economic policy sucks. I would love for you to give me a counter argument against this. But like when you just kind of say things like, well, he probably has a better understanding than you because he's richer.
He's done more business than you. He's done more international business than you. He's done more negotiation in every aspect of business and economic
Okay,
experience. He's done way more than you.
who'd you rather vote for, Bill Gates or Donald Trump? Let's keep in mind that Bill Gates has a significantly higher net worth than Donald Trump, meaning he's done more successful business.
I mean, I would have to hear what Bill Gates wants to do, of
Well, I
course.
mean,
You get what I'm saying?
he's a liberal. He's lived out, bro. But he has more money. He's more successful than you. So obviously, Bill Gates has a better understanding of economics than Donald Trump, right?
Once again, I'd have to know his policies
Oh, wait, so now it has nothing to do.
it's
Wait,
more than
got your ass. So now it's no longer about, right, this surface level gibberish nonsense about one's general ability in business predicated on prior performance insofar as garnering a high net worth, and it's all about policy. Isn't that exactly what I'm saying? Okay, like I'm saying, like, okay, who cares about Donald Trump's billionaire net worth? Let's just evaluate his policy and the impact that it'll have on the American people. Okay, and when we do that, it's bad. So
okay.
what you just said about
You
Bill
had
Gates is exactly
I
what I'm
mean,
saying about Donald Trump.
the first thing I think of when it comes to Kamala Harris and policy is just the rally she had where she said God isn't welcome. That's a huge red flag. I mean, our money says in God we trust.
Oh
If we really want to wonder why our country's falling apart, it's because we're going further away from the things we've always believed in, which is it's on our money. I mean, so
Okay.
a president or an election or someone that wants to come up and say God isn't welcomed here, what type of ethics do you think that lady has? I'm being honest.
So yeah,
What type of morals
okay,
do you think she has?
she's still grandstanding. Go for it.
You can go.
She didn't scrutinize Christians at that rally. She was scrutinizing counter protesters and had nothing to do with God. In fact, you could play the audio. She never says God. I don't even know where you got that from. And she would never do that because A, she's literally a Baptist herself, and B, that'd be political suicide in America when 77% of our Congress are Christian. But
I think she did political
no,
suicide.
How about you just stop?
The election
Stop
showed it.
fucking talking, please.
The election showed.
Would you stop interrupting me?
Yes, sir.
So, if you're really concerned about voting for a pro-God candidate, I just want to clarify.
God won.
God won?
Already, he did.
No, God didn't win. The
God already
rapist won.
No,
The
God
guy that
already won.
sexualized a 10-year-old girl won. The guy that raped E. Jean Carroll won. The guy that committed 34 felonies won. The guy that ran on absolutely
Why
no
are you better than
policy
these people?
to
Why are you better
benefit
than
the
these
low.
people?
Hey, sir, I'm gonna have
Why are
you
you
stop
better
it.
than these people?
Sir, I'm gonna keep my
What
cool
makes you
here.
better?
I'm gonna keep my. What makes me better than a rapist?
I'm not better than any of these people. I don't judge anyone.
Wait, so I just
Who
wanna
makes you
clarify.
better?
So
no, yes.
So I have a question. I want to ask a question. Who's worse?
Yeah.
You or Hitler?
Neither. We're both the same. We're children of Jesus.
Would you kill Hitler?
No. I don't kill people.
So if you knew that
What
Hitler
is your
so
deal?
I just want to clarify. Wait, do you think that you deserve to be thrown in jail right now?
For what?
For anything, just like you. Do you deserve to be thrown in jail for the rest of your life?
No.
Okay, and if you're just the same as Hitler, if Hitler was still alive, would he deserve to be thrown in jail for the rest of his life?
Would Hitler be? See, I think humans try to get into play of stuff we shouldn't get into play with, and I don't think it's our place to judge someone. I really don't.
So you don't think that
I think there should be laws, and I think there's ethics, and I think
so can you please answer my question?
Yes, Hitler should have gone to jail.
Wait, why? Because I thought you said that you're no better than him and you guys are identical.
Well, I mean, he's proven that he's a threat to people.
Okay, so then he's worse than you, and you're not.
I'm not. That doesn't make me better. Just because he's a threat, just because someone's a threat, doesn't mean I'm better than them. I'm not better than them. He's a threat. Period. That's it. That's all he is. He's a threat.
So
it doesn't mean I'm a better person than him.
So
period.
So
period.
How do you feel about me saying that I'm a better? Wait, did you just say not a better person?
He's a threat to people, but in my eyes, I don't judge. So I don't know what he's dealing with. I don't know what he's gone through. I don't know what traumas he's had.
What the fuck do you mean you're not a better person than Hitler?
I'm being honest.
Oh
you're not.
My God!
See, you have an ego. You have such a
big
ego.
Because I think that I'm better than a person that directly genocided 12 million people and started a war that consequentially killed 100 million?
Yeah.
That's called an ego?
What makes you what? What?
Ah, it's Hitler.
I understand. I don't love Hitler at all. I
I'm a
think what he
better
did is
person
wrong.
than Hitler. Wait, I have a question. Who's a better person, John the Disciple or Hitler?
See, in my eyes, there's no better. See, this is where we don't see eye to eye.
Oh my God, you're
There's
literally telling me that
there's no
God's
better.
disciples, okay? John the Baptist,
Does
God's
God say that
personal
they're better?
disciple,
Does God say they're
one
better?
moment, God's personal
I'm asking you,
disciple
bro. Does
that
he say?
literally, like, under the Christian worldview, baptized him, isn't a better person than Hitler.
Did God say they're better? Just because they're his disciples?
Oh my God.
I don't think you understand the word, and that's okay. But there has to be a huge understanding that there's something bigger than you. You're not the best. You're not this big egotistical person.
So,
Like,
okay.
and it's
So
cool. Like
if
it's
you don't, so you don't think that bad people exist?
I think there's good and evil. Yeah, that's in
No,
the
I asked
Bible.
you. I asked you if bad people exist.
Yes, the devil.
Okay,
Yes,
is Hitler a bad person?
I think Hitler at that time gave in to bad temptations,
That's not
which
what I asked you. Is Hitler a bad person?
I don't know. I don't know where his heart was when he died. I'm being honest with you.
I could tell
I
you
do.
exact. I
I
could tell
don't know
you.
where his heart was when he died.
I could tell you exactly where his heart
I
was.
can't tell. You know you can't.
Yes, it was. It was at an unknown bunker in the middle of Germany while he was rushing to kill as many Jewish people, Romani individuals, gay individuals, and black individuals as he possibly could
It's
before the
funny.
Soviet Union came in, overran the death camps, found his bunker, and he shot himself in his head.
Because this is one of the first things that they ask, or I was asked in
Would
my
you vote
church.
for Trump if he was a child rapist?
Would I vote for Trump if he
Would you
was
still have
child
voted for
raped?
him? If he had abused a child, would you still have voted for him?
Probably not.
Why? Does that because he'd be a bad person?
Because I guess in that scenario, there would be someone else I could choose that would maybe not be, uh, like I said, just a threat.
So you're making a character judgment on the basis of these two people to determine who's a better person, right?
See, being a better leader and better person are two different things.
So I said better person.
Being a better leader and a better person are different.
So answer my question. Am I better than a child rapist?
I don't, I see, I don't view that way.
Are you a child rapist?
No,
Okay, why did you give such a visceral reaction? If it doesn't really matter, then why do you
because
care?
you're going in circles. I
Wait,
don't think
wait,
you
wait,
understand that I just
would you
don't
be
judge
okay?
people.
Would you
And
be
you're not
okay?
okay with that.
Would you be okay with
You want
me
me to
like,
judge people, and I
wait,
don't do
I
that.
have a question. Would you be okay with me telling your whole family that you're a child rapist?
If that's made you happy, man.
Okay, bro,
If
just
that
leave.
made if
Just
that
leave.
made you happy. I
Sorry,
mean, like
sorry,
if that's
sorry,
if
sorry.
that's how you feel.
Nobody agrees with you here. Just
I mean, me and you would probably get into it.
oh,
But like if you
why?
can do
Wait, why? Wait, why would we get into it? Because just remember, there's no such thing as a good or bad person. Would you be saying I'd be a bad person if I falsely told others that you'd raped a child?
I just want to appreciate someone lying about me.
Oh, so you wouldn't get into it with Hitler, but you'd get into it with Dean Withers.
I never said I want to get into it with Hitler.
Actually, I asked you specifically if you'd unalive him to prevent the Holocaust, and you said no.
You never
Actually, good
you
question.
never
Would
you
you
never
unalive
you never
Hitler? Would you unalive Hitler to prevent the Holocaust?
I think everything happens for a reason.
If the Holocaust happened for a reason?
I think it's bigger than us. I
Do you-
think there I think that if there's things that we don't understand. So if that happened and that prevented something even bigger from happening, like an even more evil person from taking over and killing even more people, you get what I'm saying? Like
Do you understand this means that you think the Holocaust should have happened, right?
I think everything happens for a reason, and that's okay.
So you think
It's
the
okay to
Holocaust
think
should have
that way.
happened?
I think sometimes you have to go through hard things, yes, and you have to endure
Yes?
evil things.
Wait! Wait! Do you understand what you're saying? You just said that you think the Holocaust should have happened.
I think everything happens
understand
for
what
a
that
reason.
fucking means? Do you understand the gravity of that statement?
No, not
You
with you
don't
freaking out.
understand the gravity of this statement that the genocide of 12 million people should have happened.
I'm saying that with how everything happened, it happened for a reason. I'm not saying I agree with what happened. I'm not saying I support with what happened. I'm just saying I am, as a person, am a believer of everything happens for a reason.
So I
if
want
that
to clarify,
happened, if
I
you're a
hacked
weak
into
person,
reality.
dude.
Oh
You
wait,
can't accept challenges
hey,
in
wait,
hard
wait, wait.
times.
Hey, I'm weak for a reason. Now shut
Why?
your ass up. Shut
Why
your ass up.
you won't
Shut
say
up, little boy. Shut your ass up. Are you seriously calling me weak for saying that the Holocaust shouldn't have happened? Did you just call me weak for saying that the Holocaust shouldn't have happened? What the is this? You're a Nazi. You're a Nazi. You're actually, unironically, a Nazi. You are just as bad as all of the Hitler Youth foot soldiers that followed Hitler's command. You are a Nazi.